Hey, this is Ryan with Coping Mechanics, and today we are playing The Division 2. I'm kind of changing up, I'm trying out a few different things, but I wanted to change up kind of the format of the show a little bit in terms of, I originally wanted to conceive of this as a way for me to talk about anxiety while playing, and trying to figure out the format of that has been interesting. So I'm trying more of a free-form thing as opposed to doing one game straight through, aside from Sunday Mass Effect, which I'll still be doing. I'm planning on doing a little bit more free-form, playing what I feel like at any given time. So we'll see how that works out. We're at the beginning of this thing, figuring it out. So right now I'm doing some side missions. I'd mentioned a few episodes ago that I was traveling soon, which I have done. I went to Los Angeles for a friend's wedding, which was lovely, and just an awesome time and trip, except at the end, I had a little bout with kidney stones, which brought me into the ER. Everything's okay now, for the most part. Just still waiting on some x-rays and stuff, but it's an interesting thing. Kidney stones is not a thing that I ever thought about before, and it ended up being the worst pain I've ever experienced in my life, which has been an interesting experience because, I just woke up on a Sunday morning feeling the worst pain I had ever felt, and that was unsettling, of course. In the moment, deciding to go to the emergency room is like a strange decision. You never really know exactly if you should, if you're being dramatic and stuff. And then afterwards, I've actually heard from so many people that either they're terrified of getting kidney stones, or, horror stories from people that know people who've gotten kidney stones or have gotten kidney stones themselves. But that's neither here nor there. It's a relatively, it was a lucky thing. It was a pretty quick process for me, aside from like doctors that I'm going to now and doing x-rays, but it fucked me up this week. I was having a really tough time because it caught me so off guard that it all of a sudden became an anxiety-ridden thing for me to just kind of leave the house for fear, if it could happen that surprisingly, then who's to say it won't happen in any moment? And, essentially it could. You hope that it won't. You can't really, live that way. But that's where I've been at kind of mentally this week, and even waiting for, x-rays to find out if everything's fine has been nerve-wracking, and then I kind of divert my attention to worrying that while they're looking for if that's okay, if they'll find something else terrible, so it's been on my mind a lot. I've felt very heightened this week. And so I'm playing The Division 2 because I really like this game. It has some very problematic aspects, but I think that the gameplay is very satisfying, and it's also something to play that's a little... You can kind of be on autopilot. I really like the looter shooter aspect of it because it gives you just enough to kind of make decisions in terms of, what your loadout will be and stuff like that, and weighing out different options in terms of if you want skill points or health or armor from different pieces of equipment. But it's a game that's kind of an easy play, which I enjoy about it, while also having RPG elements. So today I'm just going to kind of be taking it easy, doing some side missions for fun. I think I'm level 19 right now, so I'm about 20 hours into the game. It's just an instance right now. I'm about 20 hours in. I'm enjoying myself very much. My loadout right now is heavy skill. It's actually pretty evened out in terms of skill, health, and armor. I'm using an assault rifle and a sniper rifle. I can never decide, kind of. I always use an assault rifle in this game as my main because it generally has a good balance between accuracy and range. And then I always kind of go between either a sniper rifle or a standard rifle as my secondary to kind of have a a slower yet longer range accurate gun. It's an interesting dichotomy playing this game, because even like speaking about assault rifles and things like that makes me very uncomfortable, because in real life, I hate guns. So that's like a strange thing to talk about in terms of the mechanics in the game, because I truly hate guns in life, but I also have to acknowledge that dichotomy and acknowledge that when it comes to video games, I've said this before, I know that I'm a fully formed adult with a brain that differentiates between real life and video games that I'm playing. But I also, you know, while I don't think that video games cause violence, I also don't think that like young people should be playing a game like this, because, you know, they don't necessarily have fully formed psyches, you know, as science tells us. So I gotta reach the train wreck. Yeah, so I had an X-ray the other day, and the X-ray technician, who was very nice, kind of had this strange reaction to me leaving. She kind of like jumped up from her seat and X'd out of my scans, and I immediately assumed that I was dying, and that she knew that I was a dead man. I have yet to hear the results back from that, but I'm hoping that those are not them. So, hoping for the best there. This is weird. Why can't I find my way? Looking for loot. I have to search the train. So yeah, stay hydrated, everyone. The best way to avoid kidney stones is to stay hydrated. What I've learned, I've also been looking up all of the things that can possibly cause them, and it's most things I enjoy. Namely peanuts, and peanut butter is basically the staple of my diet, so that's a bummer, to say the least. So I'm trying to kind of make some lifestyle changes to avoid it in the future. We'll see how successful that is, because, you know, people are forgetful, and I will forget the pain soon enough and decide that peanut butter is worth it. And you know what? It is. But this week I'm a little jumpy about it. I gotta say, all my friends were lovely. People were great about it. All the medical professionals I've dealt with have been really great and helpful. The people in the ER were very, very nice. It's a weird thing going to the ER. I was in Los Angeles, and it was my first ER visit ever for myself, and you know, it could be very frightening doing that. Luckily I had my wife with me. She's fucking awesome, and a wonderful friend who met me as well. He's fucking awesome. So you know what? I'm trying to enjoy my weekend, not think about my X-ray, play some Division, and record with my friends. So yeah, I'm gonna knock out some side missions. I gotta say, the gameplay loop of this is very satisfying.
The cache is close, Agent.
It's so mechanically tight, and there's just so much loot. Every time you do a side mission or a mission, you like change your loadout in some at least minor way, sometimes a major way, depending. Oh, he's a bad guy. I may have rushed into this. I definitely rushed into this. Okay. Discovered an underground entrance. That's interesting. Okay. Stuck in the geography a little bit. Alright, that's a good cover. There we go. Okay. Throttle the seeker mine. God, those turrets are so tough.
Medical assistance needed.
No shit. Okay. The scale is tough because this is mostly supposed to be a co-op game. Right now I'm playing solo, but they scale the difficulty according to how many people are in your party, but sometimes it's still a little tough by yourself just because of the pattern of the enemies. I gotta get out of this spot. Ah, shit.
Agent killed.
Go to the start over. Hopefully my checkpoint was recently. Okay, not too bad. At least I know what I'm going up against now.
The cache is close, Agent.
To restock. Alright, so I gotta not quite rush into it this time. Maybe I could try a different approach. That was a humiliating display of marksmanship. And they're really coming from everywhere, jeez. Alright, let me see if I can restock, if I can get some. Gotta get my armor built up. I'm very exposed right now. This is not smart playing. So I'm saving my skills for now, which is good. This is a little bit more of a successful run than last time. And I think once I get him that his turret becomes inactive. Great. This is where the real difficulty begins. Get out of here. Jesus. They're hitting me very hard. Some progress here. Jeez Louise. This is a toughie. See if I can. Oh, he dodged me. Still on cooldown. There we go. So that's the big guy. Ooh. So epic here. Look at all this loot. God, this game looks so good. What's cool about this game is they kind of took all of the lessons they had learned from the Division 1 and launched with a game that complete. The only thing that is a bummer to me is that I love the setting of the Division 1 so much. This is Washington, D.C., which is cool, but the setting of New York in Christmas time, like a desolate New York in Christmas time, was so cool in the first one. Which, with all the updates and stuff by the end, had gotten so good, too. So it's cool to have, like, two settings. Basically the same game, honestly. I walked right past it.
We're lucky those True Sons couldn't break the tech cache open. The locks must be pretty robust. Anyway, bring it back to the base when you can, Agent.
Let me see if I'm missing anything.
Incoming backup request.
As always, please like and subscribe. I guess I should say things like that at the beginning. Please like and subscribe. And follow us on Twitter at Coping Mech Games. Again, that's Coping Mech Games. I know that I'm not playing mech games right now, but one day I shall. What's going on here? Nothing good. New episodes Tuesday, Friday with Sunday Mass Effect. I was off for a few weeks because I was traveling. But I'm getting back into it now. Where's that guy? Where is he? Also, if you like what we're doing here, tell your friends.
Hostile control point nearby.
Those can be pretty tough.
Civilians
Yeah,
in
of course I-
danger.
I'll go do the civilians, and then I'm going to try to take the control point. See if I can. Sometimes you really need backup for that, but I'm just doing solo right now. Hey, Mr. Deer. They really did improve the kind of atmosphere stuff, too. The animals are really good in this. Right.
Your turn to die.
Gotta get in there. Because I think... Shit. This is an issue. I'm gonna die. Yeah.
Agent vital signs 0.
Select respawn point. They have dynamic weather systems too, so there's fog and like rain randomly, which is awesome. They're really well done. And amazingly don't impact performance too much. This game actually runs like incredibly well, considering how good it looks. Let's see if I can grab any loot. It's also more of a base building aspect to this. So yeah, it's funny. I was worried about flying so much, as I mentioned a few weeks ago, because I'm not a good flyer. But after my kidney stones incident, I had to fly home, and it was the scariest flight of my life. And you know what? Still here. Also, if you're worried about getting kidney stones at any moment, you don't worry about the plane crashing so much. So, how about that? Let's see. Let's check out any new loot I got. So right now I'm pulling a lot of skill power from my body armor, which plus 225. I kind of want to keep that up because it makes my skills really powerful, but also at a certain point I'm going to hit a ceiling because, see, like that's really good. I might just have to give it up because I'm going to hit a ceiling where I can't keep my armor that low. Yeah, so I'm going to do it right now because plus 7.5 weapon damage is a solid perk. I'm going to get 140 out of this, so that's solid. And the difference in armor there is negligible. I can make it up there, but I don't want to lose that health. Let's see what... Decisions. This might be worth it. I think I crafted that. 2K. Well, let's do the math. Let's excuse me. Gotta do the math real quick. 850 times 15, 781 times 750. Alright, so this is still pulling me more damage per minute. So I'll keep that. Let me just compare my... That's huge. That's a huge difference. I may just do this. Except I don't have any mods for it, huh? Like to increase the stability. The difference in damage, though, is so significant. I'll give that a try, at least for a little bit. Even though I think it's going to be a pump. We'll give that a try. See how that goes. See if there's another side mission for me to do. There should be a ton.
Kelso, I'm picking up a Shade Tech cache and stuff. He's locked up. He's locked up with the others.
Bring him.
Could go here, go to that safe house. Then I'm gonna go do that side mission. Do some walking. Ubisoft was claiming that this is a one-to-one recreation of Washington, D.C., which I have a real hard time believing. But you know what? If that's true, good on him.
He's locked up with the others.
Alright, 0.5, that's not bad. Here we go. There's a lot more loot in this game to pick up, so it's a lot of keeping your eyes open. Shall I? It's pretty close. I'll go help some civilians in distress. I'll try out the new sniper rifle. Hopefully they won't see me. Yeah, that hits hard. Okay. I just have to be much more careful with my shots because the other one had so many more shots per rounds per minute.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Here he comes.
Every corner. They won't destroy this.
Hostage saved. Success. And look, we didn't even have to go that far out of our way. Jeez. He doesn't even seem to care that I am here. There we go. Alright. That was violent.
We do what we have to survive.
Let's see what I got. Tough decisions. In the old game, and I don't know if this is going to happen soon. This might be worth it. No, not yet. In the first game, eventually you unlock the ability to re-roll attributes and then save them and apply them. So I'm hoping that that happens in this game too, because that's more of an endgame thing though. Because that does really help with the decisions. This looks like there might be something good in here.
Russians nearby.
Random restock. Those secret mines are so handy. It's crazy. The famous doors closing as you bump past them. A very nice touch. Some could argue it's a game-making touch. Also this. Hold on, let's see if I can make it happen. There we go. That's cool. So I just want to get to this safe house so I can make sure that if I die during the side mission that I can respawn. But it looks like I'm going to have to fight my way in.
Supply convoy nearby.
Let's see if I can unlock this first. That'd be good.
Post-outbreak population register. Civilians, missing persons, cons. Looks like the other agents have been keeping busy. Securing this area won't be easy, but I know that you can do it. Give him hell, Agent.
So I updated my map.
Detected.
He's locked up
Cool.
with the others.
So let's go do this. But I might want to do that first. Let's stop them. Let's stop them. This can't stand.
Hostile control point identified. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Got a sniper coming in.
Access key detected.
Not really sure.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Where is he? Where is he? Got an access key, but I'm not positive what to. Open the gear stash. There we go. Let's go up here, though. Check out if there's anything. Yep. Whoa. Haven't seen that before. They're really good at, in this one specifically, at rewarding exploration. Just in terms of giving you just anything, you know. There we go.
Hostile broadcast picked up. Heavily armed. Hostile supply convoy nearby.
That's a good pickup. Great. Perimeter secured. Did I lose that? Was it too late? Ooh, nice. Glad you got to witness that. Alright, let's see if I can do this in time. Gonna use the seeker mine, see if I can do some damage. Really like to get whatever that stuff is.
Serious trauma detected.
A huge flaw of my loadout is that I have no healing skills.
I can strain my dinner with this armor.
Alright, this just I thought it was a sniper.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Let me pick up this stuff before it's too late.
Outcasts are holding civilian captive near your location. His name's Sam. We need you to break him out and release any other prisoners.
Did I activate a side mission?
Detecting additional hostile
My
contacts.
goodness, they're really making me earn this. Jesus.
Immediate medical assistance
Shit.
needed. Agent deceased.
Good thing I got that. Safe house. And that loot. Let me check that out while I'm in the safe house.
Hostile broadcast detected.
So I got right now. Is that bonus armor? I know that the weapon damage is good, but that bonus armor is very good. Let me just mark some of these. That skill power though. I hate to let that go. It sucks. Assault rifle damage, I want that. So I don't use shotguns, but I'll keep it. Then I'll get rid of one of my older ones.
Agent requesting backup.
Let's just check those out and then we'll be on our way. Oh, that's very good. That's very good. I like that very much. Let me see if I can make up some of that health by giving up a little bit of armor. With another. That's a good compromise. Yeah, that's a good compromise. That's giving me a lot of health. Okay, great. Good pickups. I can't mod that as much as I'd like, so go to the vendor. I'm gonna sell off some stuff, make some money. Maybe it'd be better for me to deconstruct. I have a good amount of credits right now. Good, those It's a good gun. Alright. Here we go.
He's locked up with the others.
Outcast
side
have
mission we
kidnapped
go.
civilian from the campus. They're holding him in a prison near New York Avenue Northwest.
I'm bad about making a bunch of different loadouts. I generally just like stick to one. But you know what? That's my style of play. If you got a problem with it, fuck off.
Hostile broadcast picked up.
Yeah, I'm gonna give some more thought, because even saying the things out loud about the guns earlier, it's an uncomfortable feeling because there is a real world surrogate, unfortunately, to these weapons and things like that. And like, I acknowledge that this is a video game, but I do want to give that some thought, because it does make me uncomfortable. Like I said, I absolutely hate guns in real life. I don't want to contribute to... Wow, is coping mechanics causing me more stress? I don't want to contribute to any kind of romanticization of guns, because I hate guns. It's kind of unfortunate that like gunplay is like a perfect video game mechanic in terms of like hand skill and things like that. Pointing and aiming is just such a
Rescue the prisoners.
kind of perfect
Someone must know where they're keeping Sam.
surrogate.
Electronic device detected.
Now in the mission. Oh, things are happening. Things are really happening. Okay. Got one of those. May have just wasted it. I thought there'd be more than this. Good thing about the enemy AI in this is that they really force you to move around. The old one, you could kind of... First one, you could kind of pop a squat somewhere and hopefully take care of it from there. Maybe I was just bad at it, but...
Is someone gonna save me?
Where is he? Okay.
Thank you, Agent. I was starting to think this was it for us. Got me! Over here!
This is dark.
Jesus. Fuck. Thank you, Agent. They took a guy this morning to the other side of the prison. The guard said they had something special in mind for him.
See, this will... I'm not... just for the record, I'm not stopping my playthrough of Outward. I still will be doing, like, long plays where I play through complete games. Wow, that was gross. But I also... In keeping with what I originally thought of for this show, I also want to do these one-offs where I'm able to, you know, kind of just blow off some steam, talk about what's going on. And hopefully give a forum to people who
Item of interest detected.
want to talk about that as well. Tweet at us at CopingMechGames. Games help you if you're going through some stuff. This is where that faster sniper rifle would be good. This guy hits really hard, so gotta watch myself. Jesus, close one.
Okay, let's smash it!
See if I can get my turret over there. A little bit. A little bit I can. I should have known. Generally, I collect and then afterward I look at everything I got, so I'm not being negligent, just so you know. Anything good? Anything good? Okay. Up we go. I've been finding, especially with this week, I mean, this isn't new information to me, but whenever I'm stressed about one thing or anxious about one thing, it kind of bleeds in everything else, and then when I'm relieved about that, I find something else to worry about. It seems like my brain's resting state is anxiety, which is an unfortunate thing that I've been working on my whole life, but I'm really trying to tackle now. Oh, there's bad guys again.
Want to see what the farmer can do?
Let these deranged fucks what they deserve.
This place will be cleansed. It'll be mine.
I wish this game, because I have a feeling the different factions, like, are interesting, but I don't think they do a great job of, like, communicating exactly what each one is doing in a consistent way. There's usually, like, a cutscene.
And you'll die.
I will talk to Sam after I get my stuff. Let's see what he has to say.
I think we're good. Thank you, Agent.
We'll send word to Henry and make sure these people make it back to the campus safely.
Alright, I think I'll do one more and then it'll be good for tonight. Nice Saturday night. That's when I'm recording. A burgundy beret. Nice. Alright, let's... Well, I have no one on my back. Let's check out what I got. Cooldown reduction. I want to keep this for now. Doesn't do anything for me, so mark that as junk. Shotgun. This is interesting. This might be worth it. Although I do want something that's more long range, so I'll keep what I got right now. Yeah. Is there anything close for me to do?
Also, I'm picking up a Shade Tech cache inside a True Sun's outpost.
We should send in an agent.
It's not the only signal coming out of that place. They must have seized the radio transmit.
I'm telling you, this guy has bucket loads of honey. He trades with the campus. I ain't touching.
The beekeeper called...
We'll do Beekeeper Jeff. Where's my...
I'm telling you.
A beekeeper called Jeff was supposed to trade with the campus earlier, but he never
Do
showed
I
up to
go
the
around
meeting.
this way though?
If he's
Because
still
it seems
alive,
dangerous. I'm
find him.
under-leveled for there. So let's see. Have to be careful. Keep my wits about me. I wish there were more apparel options. Right now I don't have so many. I understand that these games are like built for the end game though. So there's like that aspect of it.
Hostile control point detected.
See, like, is that...
I'm telling you, this guy has buckets.
Maybe I'll give this a try on the way to Beekeeper Jeff. Yeah, okay. Alright, we'll see what we can do here. I might die. In the middle of two warring factions, it would seem. I think I have a bow and arrow.
Reinforcements incoming.
I'm at it now. Totally screwed. I need some damn cover. I'll keep it safe. Get your cover. They're sneaking up on me. Right here with you. Take him out.
What if I can get up there?
I'll watch over you.
I'm getting flanked.
Priority item detected.
Stupid damn militia.
Agent in need of backup.
Get away.
Heavily armored hostile detected. Vital signs critical.
Don't allow them.
I'm out!
Okay. I'm in trouble here. Okay.
I'll watch your out!
It's a very slow-flying Molotov cocktail.
It's safe with me.
Incoming hostiles detected.
They won't destroy this.
Damn.
I won't let them near it.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Don't let anyone near it.
Oh. This ended up being more of an undertaking than I anticipated.
That was the last one.
Hell yes!
Supply room access unlocked.
Jump over, come on.
You really? All right. showing up. We really need
I caught in geometry. Okay.
Let's secure the area.
I can pick up some stuff. That detection buff, there, if you donate enough to the base keeping, you get a detection buff, which I think is actually like a really cool perk. At first I thought it was a little weak, but no. I see that it saves me time. Let's check this stuff out. G36. The same, but I might be able to mod it so that I can get a bigger magazine. No. So it's just a little weaker. Not worth it. I want to save these. I know that one of my donations needs gloves. Now this is a toughie. I want to keep that health for now. Do I? Might even it out. Keep the skill power. Let's see if I can get health from somewhere else. No, that's giving me so much skill power. We'll deal with lower health for now. Alright, let's go to Beekeeper Jeff. Then we'll call it a night.
Keep a lookout for Jeff. He's gone off the radar and the campus are worried about him.
Gotta find Jeff. There must be people, right? Yeah, okay. Gonna throw one of these. Not bad. Don't know why that's there. Okay. Okay, things are happening now. Cool down.
Serious trauma detected.
That worked out.
Keep looking. Maybe he's hiding somewhere.
Let's check out what that is. Brings my health way down. But yeah, I can pull health from somewhere else. Because that armor is serious. I'd be losing a lot of skill power. But I'm gonna have to let go of these level 17s soon. Alright, it's happening. Just make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, I could do that and then do that. Yeah, that'll work. Good. Puzzle solving. What is Beekeeper Jeff doing all the way down?
Sounds like quite the swarm.
Well, who is? Oh, nice to see Division. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Those hyena bastards, they just waltzed in on me while I was harvesting. You know, I thought I'd wait for them to get bored. Oh, shit. If there's one thing you lot are good at, it's making a racket.
Let's see. Go.
Agent, they're coming from the other side.
Thank you, Jeff. Shit. Okay. Turret. Sandy. burned by my own turret, but I do want that. I do want to get...
You really saved my ass back there. I suppose thanks are in order. How about a nice jar of liquid gold? I don't know how they feed you in the White House, but a spoonful of that goodness makes everything better. I think it's time I go to the campus. Can't stay around here anymore, not with those hyenas constantly on my back.
You did good, Agent.
Let's see if there's anything that I want to see if I could lower that crane to get that
I'll send an escort to take Jeff to the
cash. Oh. That's a lot of stuff. In that attaché case. And then we'll wrap it up. Thank you for joining. As always, please like and subscribe. New episodes Tuesdays and Fridays. I'm back on it now that I am back in action. Sunday Mass Effect will be starting up this week again too. And please follow us on Twitter at CopingMechGames. Thank you so much for watching. The videos have been doing pretty well so far, so that makes me happy. Here, I'm gonna do this just in case anybody decides to play and this works. That'd be great. There must be a way to do this. Is there no interact? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm missing something. It seems like it should be right there, though. Well, this will remain a mystery, I suppose. Till next time, I'm Ryan. This has been Coping Mechanics.